All right, everybody, welcome aboard. This is Desert Vibes, brand new podcast. I'm Glen Gardner. That guy over there or over there, depending on which way you're looking, is Walt Richardson, and Jamirae is down there or down there, depending on which way you happen to be looking. Our special guest today is Cowboy Wrecks, and he's directly below me if your screen is working the way mine is. But
you got it all wrong on my screen.
See,
I fixed it. I fixed it.
Thank you. That's you can drag these squares around if you want, but
Yeah.
but our goal is to focus on local music in Arizona and what's going on, and then find out what's going through the minds of some folks that produce music here in Arizona and in the Valley. And it's a pleasure to have you here today, Cowboy. So thanks for joining us.
Great to be here.
Yep.
So I thought a good place to start would be maybe just kind of your resume a little bit, and what you do, and where people can find you, and what kind of music you play. And we'll probably get around to some music in a little bit. But who the heck are you?
Cowboy Wrecks. Says right there at the bottom.
So then your mother was Mrs. Rex?
Mrs. Rex, and my father
And
was
Mr. Rex.
Dr. Rex.
Right.
Yes. He had multiple PhDs in various disciplines.
Stuff.
None of which made any money, so we were poor all our lives. Yeah.
I understand.
No, I'm an Arizona native. I've lived here all my life, and when we have a sandstorm and everybody in North Carolina says, oh my gosh, what's going on? Yeah, we're just like, what? It's normal.
Right.
This is normal. Yeah, and I've lived other places too. I spent, a certain amount of time overseas in the service, and lived in Washington State for a while, and, traveled around a little bit. But most of my life I've spent right here in Arizona, and have done a lot of playing out. I do mostly original music, almost all my own original music. So I'm not a very good candidate for going and playing in bars because nobody wants to hear. They want to hear Walt's, but they don't want to hear mine. Because he's got a kick-ass band all the time, and all that. So, but my best opportunity for being heard is a listening type of a circumstance, and therefore Glenn and I had the wonderful joy of starting Arizona Live Music Cooperative, which is a listening space that happens every week, and we're in our fourth year now. On Mondays at Enchiladas Mexican Restaurant, and we routinely have 15 or 20 players, and we get to really get a good sampling of local talent, and people have an opportunity in a really affirming and that kind of a really loving environment, kind of like what Walt does on Wednesday nights. And
Only
really,
better.
To be honest with you, we took a lot of out of Walt's playbook for
We did.
starting what we did, because
Yeah.
we watched Walt and we said, hey, we could do that. So because of COVID, everybody was on Zoom for I don't know how long, a couple of years. And as soon as the CDC said you can get together again, and Glenn and I started up. That was June 4 years ago.
Yep. So
that's
how would you describe your music?
my music. It's how would I describe my music? How would you describe my music? I don't know.
I think when I listen to you and I listen to your music, I think it's just very much from the heart, and very much Arizona. I mean,
Yeah.
there's just a lot of Western flavor, and in my opinion, I don't know what you guys think, but in my opinion, we'll find out what you think. But in my opinion, Western music is a lot different than country music.
Yeah.
I mean, there are some elements of it I think that are the same, but
Well, I'm deeply ensconced in the culture of Arizona and the cowboy culture. The culture of the American and of the North American West. So that's got to come through in my music. But yeah, my goal is to touch people's lives through music, and if I do songs that make me feel something, then other people will feel something too. And
I agree.
that's the important thing. With what I do is I want people to feel something positive and life affirming and genuine and sometimes painful, but still, we go through that kind of stuff too. So
Mm.
I guess to be honest with you, I started out as a folk singer, and I'm probably still a folk singer with a kind of an Americana Western bent, sort of.
I would say that. I would say that. I would say your songs are definitely go along the lines of storytelling. You paint pictures and nice visuals of the scenes that are taking place where the characters are moving through and what they're feeling and where they're going and or where they've been. And that's what I've always noticed about hearing you perform, and those are the takeaways. And I've got my few favorites of yours. And yeah.
And you're a spiffy dresser.
Oh yeah, right.
You know? Got the best collection of cowboy hats of anyone I know.
I'm about ready to tell you that. That is so
nobody
true.
can beat me in that arena, I'll tell you.
Yeah. Yeah. And you take great care in what feather you put in the cap as well.
Yeah,
So,
this one has my daughter is a zookeeper, and the problem with what she does is she keeps him for a while, and then I wind up with him. So now I have her cockatiel.
Okay.
And this is one of his. I guess he molted recently, and this is one of his tail feathers.
I'm glad you didn't take something he would need
No.
at some
I
point.
didn't yank it out of him or anything.
Okay, just kind of wondering. But would you be willing to play one of your Cowboy Wrecks originals for us? Or
Oh yeah.
yeah, why don't you grab a guitar? Looks like you got a few there.
I have one or two.
Yeah.
I'll play one that I know that Walt likes.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll play that one. If I can remember how it goes. One thing I know that I cannot deny, I never got to where the road meets the sky. Only from a distance where lonely wheels whine and feel the heat of the road. Only from a distance where lonely wheels whine and feel the heat of the road. One thing that seems to be true for me still, nothing so sure as the force of a will that brings great expectation until it feels the heat of the road. I feel the heat of the road. I cannot tell where this road will end. I can't see what's coming up around the bend. Haven't got a road map, I'm driving blind. All I know is I don't want to be left behind. One thing I know that will always be true, I'll always be in this with you. It is eternal and forever new. In the heat of the road, I feel the heat of the road, but I cannot tell where this road will end, and I can't see what's coming up around the bend. Dark road at night and I can't read the sign. All I know is I don't want to be left behind. One thing I know I cannot deny, I never made it to where the road meets the sky. Only from a distance where lonely wheels whine and feel the heat of the road. Only from a distance where lonely wheels whine and feel the heat of the road. I feel the heat of the road.
Oh, that was beautiful, Cowboy.
Awesome.
Very
Man,
good.
that sounded
Loved it.
great. That sounded
Yeah.
great.
It did.
And I have to, because this is significant to Walt. And I don't know if you knew this person, Jamirae, but that guitar you were playing. Let's hear about that guitar you were playing.
Okay. I got a call from Jane Murdoch about, I don't know, 4 years ago. And she said, you know, I have this 12-string, and if I die, do you want it? And I said, no, I don't know, because that means she'll be gone. And she said, well, it happens, okay? And I said, all right, okay. So she died. She passed away a couple of years ago, and it took me a while to track it down, but finally her gal friends said, yeah, we have it. So this is Jane's 12-string.
Wow.
And that's significant to Walt
she's-
because
Jane was at every open mic
Oh,
from
yeah.
the beginning. And one of the things that she would always say, she got up on stage, she goes, I don't write songs, I steal. And she would just sing all these other artist tunes and everything. And so she was just a main fixture for forever.
And volunteered
And volunteered to help,
at
yeah.
Tempe Center for the Arts and,
Yep.
and Fiddler's Dream. I mean, she was a real fixture of live local music in Arizona all her the time she lived here. So she was my great friend, and I still weepingly miss her.
yep.
Yeah.
And
Because
play her
it was
guitar every day.
right, good. The it was interesting because I think we saw her, and then we heard that she wasn't feeling well or something of that nature, and so right after that, she was gone,
Yeah,
just that quick, and
it
so
was a shocker.
it was, and
Because she wasn't sick.
no,
She just died in her sleep.
Yeah.
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 So,
But I felt honored when Cowboy actually said, "I want to, I want to electrify this guitar," and it needed a little work. I can't remember, but it would. I mean, just kind of like feeling her presence
Yeah.
in that guitar when I was working on it was just like,
Yeah.
because I love
And
Jane.
we did a memorial for her at TCA, and I think it's somewhere still up on the TCA website.
Nice.
And we did
Wow.
that. Yeah, I remember all of us. So sang some of her favorite tunes that she would sing and that kind of thing. I remember it was Don Fassinger, who was the director at the time. he put it together, and it was pretty nice. I think we filmed it. It seems like it was somewhere around the time where we could move about slightly with mask or something of this nature, and so we came in there and filmed it, and then had the presentation up while we were doing something else. I don't know if it was an open mic night going on, or we were that was playing in
Nice.
the background or something. Yeah.
I should cover her snoring song.
Oh God, she snores.
That's the
thing
one.
is-
Oh, yeah.
oh my God, that was funny. That was funny. Somebody did cover that tune. Yeah.
Makes sense.
So yeah, she sang all these tunes that they were funny. A lot of them were funny, but the others were straight to the point.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. She was, but it's so nice to hear that guitar again, and on that song,
Yeah.
it just sounded absolutely
it did.
beautiful.
Really.
It's a real keeper. It's the only guitar I play online. When I'm doing Zoom, I play that guitar only.
Did you have it hooked into a mixer?
Yeah.
Okay, I got to figure out how you have yours set up, because we were struggling on the production end of this before we came online with what I have going on over here. So you have to give me a rundown at some point in time.
Okay.
Well, I mean, as Cowboy can attest to, though, when we first started doing this, there was a very steep learning curve.
Oh yeah.
I mean, very steep. And then when you kind of get it,
Yeah.
you get
So
it.
I wonder if age has anything to do with that
No,
that
it
learning
doesn't.
curve.
No,
The steepness
it has nothing
of-
to do with it.
Well, the first thing that has to happen is you have to learn how to program your VCR.
Oh,
Yeah, right.
What's a VCR, Glenn?
It's like an 8-track.
Much like that. Much
oh
like
my
that.
God. Oh my God.
I'm only 19. I'm confused.
Yeah,
Right.
okay.
Yeah, right.
So
It's like,
when you write a song, Cowboy, are you one of these people where it just downloads, or you got to really just work at it, or what's your process like on that song?
That happens. Mostly, I get the tune, and then the tune inspires the pictures in my head, which turn into words. That's how that song, the Heat of the Road. That's how that came about. And I don't know where the phrase "the heat of the road" came from, although I've experienced the heat of the road before. And
Experienced it
It's a
yesterday.
real thing, and sometimes the only way you know where you are is you can, the road is warmer than the rest of the land around you, so you can make your way. But that one was, but sometimes, like I have one song, maybe more than one, that I heard in a dream, and I woke up and wrote it down. And there are other songs that I have that took me 40 years to write.
Yeah.
Raggedy Ann took
Yeah.
me 40 years to finish. And finally, I got it completely exactly the way I want it.
Yeah, I have one that's going on about 45 or 50 right now. Yeah, I've got 4 lines of it. 4 lines.
You
Of
better hurry up, Walt. Tick tock, tick tock. I mean, I don't think you got another 50 years, so I'm not sure.
Who-
but
who knows? Who knows?
Who knows?
We're close to discovering a lot of stuff.
Yeah, right.
No.
Mostly I get the tunes first, and then the words come.
Mm.
And infrequently it takes a long time. Usually I write a song, and if I get the idea for a song, I can write it in 2 or 3 days, and I like it. And then I'll play it out, and then I realize what about it I don't like, because I played it for people. And that's really essential. If you write music, you need to play it out for people so you can hear it then. Because you can't really hear it in your bedroom or in your studio or wherever it's all just, narcissism happening. But when you play it out for people, you actually really hear it. You get that feedback from the room, and then you go, oh, that word doesn't work there, and so on and so forth. So that's
Oh
how I
yeah.
do
Cowboy, do you rely a lot on the crowd when you do that on an audience, or do you stick to your gut and keep it the way you want it to sound?
No, I don't rely on the crowd. I join in with the crowd. What I'm doing is sharing what I have, and very often I get more back than I give out. So that's it's just kind of an interplay, a synergy that happens with people who are listening, and it's a wonderful feeling when you really feel like you're connecting with the people that you're
For sure.
yeah, but what I'm talking about is different. It's an analytical thing that you actually notice things that don't work in your music when you play it out for other people.
Yeah.
That's a completely different thing.
Yeah.
I liken it to the fact that when you're writing it, you're in the space of with your muse, and then when you perform, you're in the space of the observer. You kind of like you're observing your performance at some place and at some way
Exactly.
in terms of that moment of sharing and everything, because they're two different. They're actually two different mind states or heart spaces,
Right.
and then you can sometimes just being the observer, that's where you see which words it doesn't translate as well in the feel, so you come back and tweak them or try a new line or something of that
and
nature.
the muse is okay with that.
Yeah,
It's
the
part
muse
of the
is-
process.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I sometimes what happens with me is I'll finish a song, and then I'll change the nature of the character. So if it's coming from a perspective of like, I'll say, hey, he's been going through this or such and such. I'll come back and say, okay, she's been going through this and blah, blah, blah. And I get a different take. And then if I say, I've been going through this and blah, 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 or we've been going through this, when I change the nature of it, the gender of it, all of that, all these other perspectives start coming into the range of being able to be incorporated in the whatever draft I feel like singing. Because sometimes I'll just go with one draft, and the next time I'll go with the other draft, and let it roll like that. Yeah.
Hey, Cowboy, we are extremely, extremely busy people. And we're going to have to roll along, but I was wondering if you would play us out one before we send you off into the ether.
Sure.
And to the heat of the road.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll play Raggedy Ann. How about that?
Okay.
That's the
Since
one
I
that took
talked about it.
50 years to write?
I said, yeah.
All right. You're setting the
I
bar
remember-
high. Okay.
I had the idea for it in the 70s. I finally got it done. Deep in the twilight, she sits all alone, and she's lonely. The lights are all out, the laughter of the children is gone. That's when she takes from her tattered, torn heart raggedy memory of a time she was loved, bringing tears to a blue button eye. She's just a Raggedy Ann, waiting for a Raggedy Andy. Not much more than a toy, played with but seldom loved. She's just left on a shelf, feeling as ragged as can be, waiting for someone to share in a raggedy love. Well, she remembers the way that he smiled when he said she was lovely, and the way that he held her that made all her cares fade away. But she tries hard to forget how ragged he looked when he told her how he hated to leave, how he wished that somehow he could stay. And she's remembering a time when loving had made her feel shiny and new. But now she's all alone, wondering if she'll spend her whole life through just a raggedy ant, waiting for a raggedy Andy. Not much more than a toy, played with but seldom loved. She's just left on a shelf, feeling as ragged as can be, waiting for someone to share in a raggedy love. She's just a raggedy ant. She's just a raggedy ant.
That was beautiful.
There you go.
Yep.
Lovely.
Nice.
I loved that. That was beautiful. I love that.
Well, thank you for joining us today, Cowboy.
Yeah, thank you,
Appreciate it.
Cowboy.
Yeah, heck yeah, this is
Thank
great.
you, Cowboy. It was really great to meet you. I hope I get to meet you in person soon.
That'd be nice. Yeah.
Jamirae plays over at the Chill Room, and she's got a show coming up here pretty soon. You might want to swing out and see that. That's right over here in Tempe.
Yeah, September 20th.
September
Love to
20th
have
is the
you.
Chill Room.
Yes, sir. I would love to have you.
Oh, that's nice. Okay.
Well, we're going to send you off into the ether now.
Okay.
Thanks,
Take care of you.
Cowboy.
All
Take
right,
care of
great to
yourself.
See you guys. Thanks
Love
so
you.
much for doing
Cowboy,
this.
take
This
care.
is great.
Thanks. All right.
That was awesome. He's amazing.
Yeah, isn't he great?
Yes.
Yeah. He kind of. I think he really embodies, like the kind of community we have here and the kind of talent that we're lucky to have. Really.
It's very cowboy music, and like you said, Western and country are different, and he's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what, when you get into the area of how music is in this culture of the desert, we're starting at one end, and we can move through almost every genre that's out there on the planet, from that end to classical to jazz and everything, and that's something that's exciting about being out here.
Yeah.
And it's very accessible.
Yeah, and that's one of the things we're going to be doing is, as this show progresses over the weeks and the months and the years, is we're going to investigate, lots of different kinds of music,
Right.
and lots of different kinds of folks who make the music around here, and venues and whatnot. And I'm in kind of North Phoenix, and Walter's down in Tempe, and
Tempe.
Jamie's over in
San
Florence,
Francisco.
out that way. Yeah, right. And I think we do a pretty good job of covering a lot of the music scene in this part of Arizona, and we'll depend on some other folks to fill us in on what's going on in some other places. But one of the things we wanted to do with this show was just kind of talk a little bit about within our own spheres, kind of what's going on. And I know there are a couple of things happening over this weekend, and regardless of when you end up consuming this show, whether these events are yet to happen or have happened, it's interesting to know about them. I think I know a lot of you guys know Lon Austin, and Lon Austin has been a fixture in the local music community for decades. And the Lon Austin Fashion Show to benefit the Arizona Songwriters Association is happening on the 31st of August, or happened on the 31st of August, depending on when you consume the show. But it's sold out one way or the other, which is really good, and going to raise a lot of money, which is going to go right to the Arizona Songwriters Gathering, which happens at the Glendale Public Library in January. But, all these things cost money to do, and it's really nice that people are going to get out and support this thing. And Lord knows why they asked me to host this thing, because it struck terror into my heart immediately, because I'm like, I have nothing Western fashion-wise in my closet over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing. I mean,
Well, you're in Arizona. It's not hard to find.
no, and I did go out and find some, because I figured if I'm doing this thing, I have to kind of look the part. So I did kind of bastardize it a little bit, and I said, because when the people organizing it said, well, what are you going to wear? And I'm like, well, I'm going to do this whole Johnny Cash black thing,
Awesome.
right?
Yes. Awesome. I love it.
So I'm like off the hook. I can just wear black stuff, and
You
I'm
can
good.
you can also check with Cowboy Wrecks about the hat.
Oh yeah, he's got a room full of them.
Yeah, you get the hat going on and everything like that. But dude, like Jamirae says, you're sitting right in, Old Town Corral out here.
I know. I'm not exactly a clothes horse though, and the whole shopping thing is like not my not my high point. But I've got, well, as to when we're recording this program, and the event is actually the day after tomorrow, so I really better get on my horse. And
Johnny Cash is a good vibe to go
you
with.
think?
Yeah, I think that
I
works
think
for you.
so.
We'll
So
go
that is happening on the 31st, and we'll report later on kind of how much money they raised and whatnot. But I know what they want to do is
the view is Johnny Cash.
they want to actually do a teen stage at the Arizona Songwriters Gathering, and from what they were
Cool.
telling me, yeah, they're gonna put the money they raise through this thing to make that thing happen. So that's
Very
pretty
cool. Yeah.
And another thing happening is Play on the Porch Day is Saturday, August 30th. This is it's an international event where they encourage people to go out and gather friends, family, neighbors, acquaintances, and get out on the porch and play. Well, they obviously weren't thinking about Arizona a ton when they decided they were going to put this thing in August. Because this is not exactly great porch weather for us.
Right.
But Fiddler's Dream is going to be doing something inside on August 30th, and I'll be playing over there, and a bunch of other people will too. So there's kind of a few things that are happening in my corner of the world. So I guess maybe what's happening out your way, Jamirae?
Well, I have a lot going on out here my way, but just to give you a sound check for everything live, local, and loud across the Valley of the Sun, I found a really cool new venue. They opened in June this year, downtown Mesa. It's a hot spot right now, the Rosetta Room. It's located at 104 East First Avenue, and the Rosetta Room is making a name for itself. They've got a coffee lounge on one side and a 400 capacity concert hall on the other side. It's a venue catered to all ages. It's awesome, and I know you guys know the Nile. They have they're part of it. They've put it all together. So it's a space built for music, community, creativity. They have local and touring bands, and they host a dance night with a local DJ, My God Complex. It's a great time. And tonight, Friday, August 29th, like Glenn said, depending on when you see this, the lineup's stacked for tonight. They have Bethany Home, Mesa's own indie rock emo band, and Laughing Matter, whose sound is whimsical, unconventional. They're both taking the stage for a dual record release show, and they have opening acts tonight. I hope I pronounced this right. Strelitzia. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Very emotional, high energy, post emo, math rock, punk, jazz core band. Very cool. And Lumiere, they have some great texture sound. And then they've got Denko. It's a math rock band bringing really tight rips and technical grooves. It's really cool sounding. So if you're looking for adventure, the Rosetta Room has it tonight. It's the place to be if you're out in Mesa. But before I wrap up with all that, I don't want to forget Friday nights in Tempe. For 2 years, my co-host here, Glen Gardner, he nurtured open mic night at the Chill Room, building an amazing community of musicians and music lovers. But Glen's decided it's time to let someone else give some love to the Chill Room open mic. And that's great because it's, sometimes it's time to make a switch. So Friday night, there's going to be a special host actually is that tonight? That's tonight with our other co-host, Desert Vibes, Arizona legend, Walt Richardson, below me. He also hosts the Walk-In Wednesdays open mics in Tempe, Center for the Arts, which is officially back in season.
Yeah.
Second week, they're going third week next week. So for information for any of those, you can check, both websites for sign-in times and what's going on. But that's what's happening in the East Valley. Let me move over to the Southeast Valley, which is more my side of town. Queen Creek has a Friday night. Queen Creek's my hometown, by the way. My hometown. They have Friday night Arizona festivals. They host a food truck Friday, and they've always got live music. We play there sometimes. The Blindsiders are there, but tonight they've got live music from Brian Frisbee. He's a great local artist. He does a good job. So get on out there, get some food, go listen to Brian. And down the road in Santan Valley, Vero Chicago Pizza is located, Ironwood and Ocotillo. They have karaoke tonight with my good friends Denver and Cheryl, and it's from 9 to close, and it's always happening there. They've got a lot going on, and karaoke's always fun. And it's always a party at Vero, but they don't stop on Fridays because guess who's playing there tomorrow? The Blindsiders.
Okay.
The Blindsiders will be there tomorrow night. We're stripped down and acoustic, so I'll be playing alongside Salton Barrett tomorrow night, and we have a great time when we're there. We are part of the Blindsiders. We're the Blindsiders duo, Arizona's favorite up-and-coming local band, right?
That's right.
We'll be there tomorrow, Saturday, August 30th, but we do play there once a month, unplugged, so it's always fun.
Nice.
We kick things off around 9:30 and play till close, so if you're late night and you want to drink, that's the place to be. That is the place to be. But yeah, so there's a lot going on all over the valley. I'm always looking for new things, and it is happening out here just as it is in the east side. So I'd love to have everybody come out to this side once in a while. We've got some good talent out here. But that wraps up my week's soundtrack for everything live, local, and loud in the Valley of the Sun. So, Glenn, I'll give it back to you. Oh, I do want to mention next week, depending on when this is aired, I do have a guest for next week. We're going to have Rhonda Jo Hitchcock Mass. I've got some great questions for her about songwriting and playing here in the Valley and, things she does. She's a great songwriter, just won some awards. So we'll get with her next week and see what she's got going on and what she has to say. That does it for me.
Cool.
Yeah,
What's
that's
happening in Walt world?
Rhonda is a great songwriter. We've crossed paths many times. We even had her on the out at the when we were hosting open mic night during lockdown. We were going in there, and she was one of the performers that was there. So it was nice to cross paths with her.
Yeah.
And so she's archived in the on the website of TCA as well. So you can always go to Tempe Center for the Arts website and just scroll down through all the different categories there, and then you'll be able to see what's been happening at the TCA for the last, I think they have been around for now almost 20 years now, and it's a lot.
Aren't you award winning now? Walk-in Wednesdays, don't you?
Yeah. We won an award, Best of New Times Award. And so that plaque is arrived, and it's somewhere wherever they store, trophies and awards and that kind of thing. So another thing I have on my agenda is people want to come out and catch one of my performances. I'll be performing tomorrow at this place called the Divided Vine. I'll have my violin player Tim Sato with me, and that's over there off of what is that? It's what is that? 861 North Higley Road.
Yeah, that's more my side of town.
Yeah. So add it to your list of things to do. We'll be over there starting at about 6, playing till about 9. It's a nice little place. It's a wine and craft beer spot. And have you been there before?
I haven't. Is it a new venue? I thought it was new.
It's been around. I think he said he's been around for almost 10 years in that shopping area.
Yeah. I'll have to show up to there and see what's going on.
I think it's a quaint place, and it's the area where the music is would fit duos. Cool. And so you and Patrick, right? Your guitar player. You guys would fit very well in that space. So we're gonna be there tomorrow. The other thing I just like sharing is how the music out here, when you go into different venues and to see your favorite artists, I've learned that venues have followings, and then the artist has followings. True. And when there's a synergetic connection between the two, it makes it very unique and fun, and something that makes you feel like you want to put it on your calendar to make sure you return. And that has been the main flow of the Walk-In Wednesday open mic night. And it's the community, it's the artist, it's the venue, it's the intention behind the directors and people at the venue at providing something for the community. And it all works. And you're welcome to participate in it as often as you want. And it starts to grow on you. And then you kind of look forward to that day of the week or that night of the week where you go sit in your favorite place and just kind of absorb the energy and the connection. And I have seen that for the most part, all these places end up being a safe place. And so it's nice to just get out and get around as we're coming out of the whole experience of lockdown. It's nice to be able to sit around the campfire again and listen to some music in a heartfelt way, and especially like what Cowboy presented, how what comes across with him when he performs. And so get out there, you know, come check out what's going on in the valley, and not just the valley, but the entire state of Arizona,
Yeah,
because
for sure.
that's what this whole Desert Vibes is about. Because we're going to be bringing information about what goes on in Tucson, what's going on in Flagstaff, and what's going on in the area of like Cottonwood and Jerome. There's a really nice music
Yep.
energy in that space from artists who've been doing it
Yeah.
for a long time.
Don't forget
Sedona,
Prescott.
yeah, Prescott, yeah. Prescott's buzzing every night with
Yeah.
music and music festivals. I was up there to do a gig and walked up there. I arrived there the morning of their bluegrass festival.
Oh, wow.
And
Yeah.
that place was packed,
Mhm.
and the talent that was on that stage. These are performers coming in out of L.A. and the whatnot, and it was amazing.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. We're
yeah.
truly blessed,
That's
around
true.
here, all corners of the state, whether it's Flagstaff or
Yep.
Yuma or Tucson, wherever. We've got a really really tight and great music community, and we'll be interfacing with a lot of those folks as time rolls on here. But it's nice to get this show up and rolling, and
Yeah.
it's a pleasure to have had Cowboy on the show.
You
And,
pointing like he was right around you. You pointing over your shoulder like he was
he
back
is.
over there
Like
by the
we're
copy
Actually,
machine.
he is. He's
We're-
right. He's right. He's right back.
He's
In
back by the
green
copy
room down
machine.
the hall.
He's right back there. And when you were mentioning the TCA, Walter, the one thing you left off is the host for the past 17 years down there. And you do a phenomenal
Thank you.
job there of making people feel included and welcome and part of that scene. And it's just a beautiful thing. So
Thank you.
we call ourselves here Desert Vibes, and we're going to be doing at least one of these every week, and we're looking for folks who that we can talk to about how they make their music, or how they run their venue, or whatever part of this community they're a part of. We really want to learn more about what folks do and how they do it, and how they fit into all this this patchwork of what we've got here in the state of Arizona. So, having said that, I don't know, you guys ready for a nap yet, or?
I am.
No, I
was
am.
supposed to be in bed at 6 a.m. I was up all night.
I'm ready.
for this.
Hey,
I'm ready.
I'm about ready to go to. Hey, that's another thing happening on the 19th of September, over at one of my favorite coffee shops, Cartel. We're going to put together a very impromptu, what do you call them, pop-up concert. And so we're going to play from about like maybe 6 to about 7:30. And promote the EP that's just released and
Oh,
everything.
nice.
So
When
that's
is that?
when is it?
19th of
Yeah, the
September.
19th. So I'm gonna give you the exact time here as I look it up, because I've been known to give people the wrong date and time for right time, wrong day kind of situation.
Good place to
And then-
drink a cup of coffee one way or the other. I mean,
Right, either way. So it is. It's going to be on September 19th, and we'll be there from 6:30 to 8 at Cartel Coffee, the one that's actually on the corner of Ash and University. It was the first place that they opened up, and now they have places in, Tucson, the airport. I hear they're branching out into, might be something happening in California. I think there's a place in Colorado as well. That I know about just the ones that are right here, and know the owners, Amy, who started the whole thing. And it's just a wonderful place to sit there and chit chat with folks, play some games, or just do some work. I call it my office.
It's nice. Maybe they'll start putting them in Starbucks, which would be awesome.
Hey, Okay.
Yeah, tell them we need one out here on my side of the
Right?
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I would love it. I would love that.
Okay. I'll talk to Amy about it.
There you go.
Well,
Check that,
hey,
check
Jimmy
that
Ray,
out
if
on
you
the
could-
19th.
If you can make it out there, I think you would. Have you ever been to Cartel?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Just a
Oh, that's
couple
right.
times.
That's when we had the meeting there. Yep. I forgot about that.
I do love it, and I love their coffee. I have to admit, it's good.
Cool.
It's great. It's a good place. I like it, and I
Good.
will. I just put it on my calendar when you said it, so I
Yeah.
will be available.
It's going to be a fun show.
I took it
Well-
off of my calendar because, frankly, I've seen enough of you in the past week and
Few
a
years.
half. I'm fine. I got enough. I got enough.
Well, in planning on getting this just to where we are right now, putting the podcast together, it's already been almost a year now.
it took a minute.
Yeah, it took a minute.
Yeah.
But you have to get it all right. You just can't.
And
There's a lot of work.
It feels really good, and
Yeah.
I'm thrilled that we got this up and rolling. And I guess it's a good time for me to say I'm Glen Gardner.
I'm
Jamie
Walt Richardson, and I'm Walt Richardson.
See, my screen was over here. Let's do it
Oh.
again. I'm Jamie Ray.
And this is Desert Vibes, and we're going to hopefully be in front of you at least once a week, and we look forward to the next time. So take it easy, be good, have some fun, make some music. We love you.
Be good to yourself. Take care of one another, and let's give peace a chance.
Peace.
Mm-hmm.